All right, so let's talk some tea about what's happening in the AI world this week. So, if you have ever tried to set up Go High Level, you know the biggest problem isn't the software. The software is fantabulous. There's nothing else that's packaged up to do the kind of functionality that Go High Level gives you for the amount of money. So, great platform, but it's a learning curve. And if you don't have any time, inclination to learn Go High Level, there's a lot to chew on, and a lot of people get frustrated. They sign up, they spend time on it, and then they move on. And the most difficult part about Go High Level, if you have no experience, is building workflows. They're complicated. They're catchy. You got to kind of set them up the right way. God forbid it's not set up the right way and emails and texts start flying to the wrong people. So there is some business risk with setting up workflows on Go High Level or any place else. There's triggers, there's wait times, there's conditions, there's tags. If this happens, make B happen. Pipelines, custom fields. I can go on and on and on. It took me a good 6 to 8 months to really get comfortable with Go High Level. And that's before you even get started setting it up. Most business owners will feel stuck if you don't have one-on-one support. So what happens now? What's going on now? So what's happening to make this process even more easier and introduce business owners to Go High Level? You can now connect Claude Code directly to Go High Level, which means instead of building workflows, you can literally type in or tell it by voice exactly what you want it to do. So let me give you a real-world example. Let's say you're a roofing company and you're running a spyglass lead campaign, that search and technology that we offer that identifies anonymous traffic by keywords. So let's say if there's a hailstorm, somebody is searching for roof repair, that triggers a spyglass lead, and they automatically get dumped into a Google Sheet for you to do a number of things with. You get their email, their name, their phone number, etc. So let's talk about a real life example. Let's say you're a roofing company and there's a hailstorm and you've activated a spyglass campaign where you're getting leads from people that are searching for hail damage, roof repair, free estimate, all of those keywords that you want to get access to. And you can now identify that traffic that's anonymous. So Spyglass will drop those leads into your Google Sheet. Normally, you'd have to connect Google Sheets, map the fields, create tags within Go High Level. You'd have to build your workflow that would automatically send out an email and a text after a certain wait period. You could set triggers and follow-ups. There's a lot of manual process in building it. Yes, it's great because once you build it, you set it and you forget it, but it's still a lot, especially if you're new to GHL and you are a busy business owner. So now you can literally pick up your phone and start talking into it and say, connect my Spyglass leads that are on my Google Sheet directly to Go High Level. When a new lead comes in, I want you to create a contact. I want you to tag that as a Spyglass lead, and I want you to start a workflow that will send them a text immediately, and here's what I want that text to say, and send an email after 10 minutes. Here's what I want the email to say. You can send an internal notification to a sales rep so that they can go knock on their door, and the lead gets put into your pipeline and continues to move as it triggers that particular process that you've contacted the customer, you've gotten an estimate done, you've booked the roof, etc. All that can now be done by guiding it on your phone, and it will build everything. It will connect your Google Sheets, it will connect your Spyglass leads, it will connect to your GHL contacts, your workflows, your tags, your custom fields, all of the technology behind that. Don't worry about how it's set up as a business owner. You just want to know that your processes are going to be managed by you simply in a voice or type format, all from one command. That's a huge shift in how we've managed Go High Level before. So you don't have to worry about building automations. You don't have to worry about hiring somebody with GHL experience to build those automations for you. You can simply describe your business process. And for home services companies, this is really huge because now your systems can be managed like you manage your teams. So there is a bit of work in setting up Claude Code to connect to GHL. I'm going to send you step-by-step instructions on how to do that. I'm going to do a video showing you exactly that process. If you don't know Claude Code, that's a bit of a learning curve itself. So just know that there is some setup processes that you can choose to do on your own, or you can hire somebody like me or somebody off Upwork or another GHL specialist who knows how to do this to set up Claude Code to be able to work on your behalf by phone or by text. So how are we solving this to make it even easier for you if you don't want to mess with Claude Code or even GHL? You just want to be able to go into GHL, understand where everything is at, start moving around and retrieving information, but you don't want to build anything. We're building something that's called Voice Pilot, and so this will literally allow you to go to a typical website, not Claude Code. You don't have to worry about setting up VS Code or any of the special technology side of it, but you can literally go to a website that you can manage on your phone, click the voice activation and start talking to it, and everything will funnel through. It will all be set up for you, both Claude Code and GHL on the back end. You simply need to start managing it by going to this website and talking into your area. And it will build it for you. No workflow builder, no technical setup, no learning curve. So what will Voice Pilot do for you? You can literally say connect Spyglass to my GHL, create a roofing follow-up from workflow, send a text and email, create a pipeline, and it will work back and forth with you to answer some questions and make sure that your commands are super clear about what you want to build and what you want it to say. And it will build it for you automatically. No workflow builder, no technical setup, and no learning curve. It can't be easier than that. So if you want step-by-step instructions about how to set up Claude Code and GHL, just drop GHL Go below into the comments and I'll send those instructions off to you. But if you don't want to learn any of the technical background, you just want to set it up and forget it and start managing it by phone or by desktop with a simple command into your voice or text, click the link in the description and join the waitlist for Voice Pilot. All right, so a second thing that's happened this week is the rollout of something called Paperclip that's really gone viral. Gone are the days where you have to hire individual people for individual roles. AI is all about creating efficiency in your business. And up until now, AI for most people, most business owners, has been asking ChatGPT questions, writing a post, summarizing something, helping you with email. But the new wave of AI tools like Paperclip and Claude Code are changing this from a tool that you can talk to an actual team that works for you, a group of employees that are going to function on your behalf, all in the background using technology. So instead of prompting AI every time you need something, you can create a team, a group with actual roles. A marketing assistant, a follow-up assistant, a customer service assistant, even a coordinator that's called your CEO to run everything and manage those AI employees. So once you define your objective once, that system runs automatically. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no calling in sick. You can train them and consistently make them better. And this is what people mean when they talk about an agent-based AI or agentic AI. You're building a small digital team that runs tasks in the background. And this is where it gets really, really interesting for small business owners, because this used to be something that only big companies could do who had big budgets. Now a solo operator can have a team working for them 24/7. So let's talk about a real life example. So imagine you own a storage unit facility and you run it all by yourself. You're answering phone calls, you're responding to website inquiries, you're dealing with occupancy and trying to keep your website updated and doing social media, and you're changing vacancies. all of that is on you or a part-time assistant to manage those repetitive tasks. Well, now imagine that you have one objective, and that's to increase your occupancy, right? That's what every storage unit facility operator is looking to do. 100% occupancy, the dream. Your AI team now wakes up every single morning and starts working towards that goal. The goal is 100% occupancy. One assistant will check your availability. It sees you have 5 empty 10 by 10 units. Another assistant creates a post that goes to your Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, your Google business profile that automatically updates that you have availability and you may offer a first month discount. You're not doing this. Your agent is doing this. Meanwhile, you've got another agent that's watching for website inquiries. Somebody asks about pricing, you are immediately responding. Remember, everything is about speed to lead. This agent's going to respond 24 hours a day and respond with pricing, availability, and all move-in options so that you can capture them before they hang up and call the next guy. You've got another assistant that sends review requests after move-in. So talking about SEO and bumping up your visibility on Google, getting those reviews in, asking for them, that's a repetitive process that generally goes down to the bottom of your list. Well, your AI agent can now do that for you. Send out at the appropriate time after they've moved in, send out a review request and follow up. Another agent can check leads that didn't convert. So somebody landed on your website, they filled out a form, but they didn't book for whatever reason. So they can send an email or a text that says still need storage, we have units available this week, here's a $20 off your first month promotional discount. Again, working automatically behind the scenes. You didn't prompt anything, you didn't have to remember to follow up, you didn't have to create any of the content. It simply had you define your goal, and that agent team went out and worked toward achieving that goal. That's the wow moment of where AI is going. It's no longer ask AI for help, it's having AI run parts of your business where you don't necessarily need to be involved. So for a solo storage owner, this is like hiring a leasing assistant, a marketing assistant, a follow-up assistant, a customer service representative without adding payroll, without adding headaches with dealing with employees and having to deal with no-shows, late employees showing up, lack of consistency in their work. This is going to save you money, save you time, and drop more profit to your bottom line. So this is the next phase of AI, agentic AI teams that work on your behalf, regardless of the business type that you're in. If you're interested in how this works, just drop in Paperclip below and I'll send you step-by-step instructions about how to set this up. And if you don't want to set it up, you can just visit us at chefsmartai.com, schedule a strategy session, and we'll work towards getting your AI team set up and name your CEO after you. I don't know about you, but I'm tired. That's a lot for our first tea session. So I hope you enjoyed a quick update on this week's recent AI and tech updates. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, where every Thursday I'll be right back here with a recent update to talk about what's happening in AI and tech for busy business owners. So I look forward to seeing you next week.